Okay, so let's do this again, but now we're doing cosine. And remember when we did this, we did the right-hand side of this. Now we're going to do the left. We're going to graph cosine. So I'm going to come up with my points, 1, 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, 0, negative 1. And remember that this was 0 radians, and then we had pi over 2, which is 90 degrees. Then we had pi, which is 180, 3 pi over 2, which is 270, and then back to 360 or 2 pi. So we're going to be looking at, let's start at 0. What is our height? It's on the left this time, not the right. So when x is 0, when our radians are 0, we have a height of 1. So I think we made this 1 in the last video. And this here was negative 1. So when we're at 0, we're at a height of 1. Then when we're at pi over 2, we're at a height of 0. So at pi over 2, we have a height of nothing. So I'll leave it there. And then at pi, we have a height of negative 1. There's pi, negative 1 down here. And then 3 pi over 2, we have a height of 0. So there's 3 pi over 2, a height of nothing. Okay. And then back at 2 pi, we're repeating ourselves, a height of 1. And you can see the exact same pattern. 1, 0, negative 1, 0, 1, 0, negative 1, 0, 1. So it's always going like this. It's hard to draw this on a tablet. And notice it doesn't shoot off like this because the highest it gets is 1, and it turns around and comes back down. So this is also a periodic where it repeats itself, and if you need to know the period, you can take a look here. It starts to repeat itself 1, 0, negative 1, 0, 1. So it starts to repeat itself after 2 pi. So period is also 2 pi. So these look identical. I mean, take a look here. And then here. So that's what we have. If I can zoom out. They look like this. They're identical. It's just that this one has been moved. This one right here and this one, they're just moved over slightly. This one looks like it's been kind of pushed over this way a little bit. Maybe 2 dots. If this dot started here, then we would have the exact same graph. So sine and cosine are almost identical. It's just that sine starts in the middle and heads up, whereas cosine starts at the top, and when you start at the top, the only way you can head is down, so you head down. But otherwise they are exactly the same. So you look at the maximum. Well, the maximum is a height of 1. Nothing changes. Minimum is negative 1. Domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. It goes left forever, right forever. Range, exactly the same. Lowest it goes is negative 1. Highest it goes is positive 1. Y-intercept, that's different. It now crosses the y-axis up here. Crosses at 1. X-intercept, well, it looks like it crosses here at, if you can see on your graph, pi over 2. And then 3 pi over 2. Over here it's left, negative pi over 2, negative 3 pi over 2. So there's a bunch of them. So there's pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, dot, 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 dot. And then here it's negative pi over 2, negative 3 pi over 2, dot, 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 dot. So there's a lot of x-intercepts. There's an infinite number of them for both sine and cosine. But they happen at different spots. This happens at the pi over 2s, the 3 pi over 2s, where this stands happens at the pi's, like the pi or the 2 pi. So they are a little bit different there. The amplitude is the space between the top and the bottom, sorry, the top and the middle, or the middle and the bottom. Either way, that's a height of just 1. So our amplitude, which we say is A, is 1. All right, so there you have it. That's the graph of cosine. So that'll be the end of this video, and then we can do some transformation and stuff to these and kind of see how all of this fits together.